Alright, so welcome to the first episode of King's Casting Couch. I'm the host for today, Woods. I'm with my co-hosts, Van and Sans. Please say hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Sans, otherwise known as Burger King.
Hello there. I'm Van, and I'm named after a car.
Yeah, just so you know, he's the king of rock and roll. And as I said, I'm Woods, and I am the king of fighters, because if you know me on Twitch. Anyway, so what is King's Casting Couch? Basically, it's just us sitting here and talking about literally anything under the sun. Or moon in this case, because it is 11:13 at night when we are recording this. But, no matter. We're all here to have fun. We just want to talk about the most random things, most random topics. And yeah, let's get this show on the road.
All right.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I think I'm fine. I just cleaned my room today. You know, finally.
Nice. I should probably get around to doing stuff in my room.
It's like that moment when all the dust just starts piling up in your room, and then once you finally get it, I was like, God damn, how did I live in this?
I don't question it because I live it.
Yeah. Like, it's just become a thing that you suddenly just get used to, and then your parents tell you, "Hey, have you cleaned your room yet? It's been
I go
like 3 months."
Yeah.
I'll get to it, and then you just say, well, there goes cleaning my room."
I had to speedrun my workout to get here. That shit hurt, but like, it's fine. You, Sans, what have you been up to, man?
In my case, like I've just, well, aside from working, I've just been chilling mostly, binging a lot of Netflix series. But when it comes to my room, I'm a little bit of a control freak. I've been getting these like weird allergies because of the weather.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, it's allergy season, isn't it?
Yeah, and like basically, I've gotten this room cleaned like so many times, and I still get allergies, which is like how I found out that was basically the weather. But that's pretty much it. That's why I'm kind of a control freak about this thing.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of weather, it's like there's this weird technique that I used to have during the rainy season. Is every time I would start sneezing, I would always think, oh, maybe it's gonna rain today. That's just how much the weather affects my allergies. 'Cause it's so damn cold. I just start sneezing all the time. It's like it's not fun. Then the side effect is partially knowing whether it's gonna rain or not, like the possibility. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, what
Sneezing isn't.
You got fucking what's it called? ESPN. Well, like when you got the telekinesis, psychological powers. What's it? ESPN.
I'm an X-Men.
Yeah, you're an X-Men. What was I just thinking
Was educated under Charles.
Just a heads up for the viewers, please don't mind my hair. It's gonna get crazier, so just take that into account.
You know.
Speaking of X-Men, though, what are you guys' favorite superheroes?
Oh, I have a lot. Actually, no. Woods, how about you go first?
I don't even know. I think like probably Doctor Strange is pretty cool. Cause he's not like a superhero in like the traditional sense where he's all about like he has his whole image and everything. He's a magic man. Like that's all he is. But he is a hero in his own right. I like Doctor Strange. He's cool.
Yeah. For me, I think it's a well, it may be cliche, but it's probably Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's classic.
I think he's one of the dude. He's a classic. Everyone knows Spider-Man.
Knows who Spider-Man
like before the MCU, he was like the face of Marvel. Before Iron Man, Captain America, everyone knows who he is. To top it off, he's like one of the most relatable superheroes. He's a teenager with actual personal problems, and to juggle his superhero life along with those problems. So. Oh boy! Like every Spider-Man, actually, would it be Miles or Peter Parker? It's just the whole roller coaster of trauma and problems. Even though you have superpowers, your life isn't perfect. That's the kind of message that I think Spider-Man's whole character is trying to give off to the viewers. Because, you know, they're still human. They're not gods. They're just
Yeah.
people who've been gifted, and they just so happen to decide to do the right thing. With great power comes great responsibility. That's how it works for Spider-Man.
Amen. Philosophy. Just to add to something about my room, yeah, my air conditioner's been broken for like the past like month or so. So it's been like really hot in here.
Ouch.
And it's really annoying. Which is why like the fan is on behind me and it's messing up my hair. Which is why I keep fidgeting with it because it keeps blowing my hair forward.
Dang. How about you, Sans? Who's your favorite superhero?
Just we're gonna. His camera keeps glitching out though, so it's gonna be really funny.
That's part of the effect. Just roll with
That's
it.
part of the effect. It's part of the effect. Now he is the Green Man.
For me, I think my favorite superhero would have to be Iron Man or Spider Man. I mean,
you like the rich and the poor.
rich and the poor. Nah, like I think. Well, in my case, because I grew up not knowing who the hell Iron Man was.
Oh yeah.
So most of my exposure was through the MCU. But basically, like even growing up, I already knew who Spider Man was, and I felt like I related to him a lot more. Like you said, like I like your point about how he's probably like the most perfectly imperfect superhero.
Oh yeah,
out there.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you because it's like, yeah, sure, he's a superhero, but like, beneath the mask, Persona 5 reference. He's just like some like teenager, so it's it's like two sides. Like okay, superhero boy, regular boy. So like you get to relate to him as a character. So I don't know, but also like Spider-Man's been done like 3 times as a series. Like I remember what I was like 2, 3 years old. I was watching the Sam Raimi trilogy. And then next thing you know, it's like Andrew Garfield, and then now with like the MCU integration, it's Tom Holland.
Oh yeah. Although I gotta say, I still, in my opinion, I'm gonna get flack for this.
Wow,
Tobey Maguire
opinions.
is still my favorite, especially the second film, Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock.
Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Forget about everybody else. Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Especially Spider-Man, especially Spider-Man 3, because that gave us Bully Maguire.
Oh god.
But
I'm
like,
gonna put some dirt in your eye.
I feel like I'm a little devil's advocate here with like the two of you, but basically on my end, I think that Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man, but he isn't the best Peter Parker.
Oh yeah. Well,
Really?
but
Yeah.
Bully Maguire, man.
For me, it's like for me, I rank it as he's the best Spider-Man, and then Garfield is probably a better Peter Parker than he actually is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's Holland who actually found a way to mesh both characters, if that makes sense.
Oh,
oh,
I see.
Like he did it properly.
I think
Yeah.
like,
Holland's Spider-Man was like everybody was like, yeah, this is probably the best Spider-Man, but like, I mean, honestly, I feel like Andrew Garfield is kind of like, I don't know how to say it without saying like it's the worst one we have, because like everybody remembers Sam Raimi Spider-Man, like everybody remembers that one. He's like that was the first like modern Spider-Man we had. And then everyone like raves about Tom Holland Spider-Man because that's like, oh, that's the MCU version. It's Tom Holland. You know, he was in Civil War, yada yada. Like everybody like talks about that one. And then everyone looks at Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and was like, yeah, those movies were terrible.
I feel like it has a lot to do with studio interference as well.
Yeah, I got you.
Apparently, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 wasn't meant. Well, from what I've heard, it wasn't meant to have that many villains. It kind of shoehorned them in there, and it's like, well, so much for that, you know.
Yeah.
Although there's one thing I gotta hand to Andrew Garfield though, like his iteration of Spider-Man. Again, this is my opinion, but his costume in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think that's the
Oh
best
yeah,
live action.
actually they did. The costumes were actually pretty solid. Like,
Yeah.
I did like the costumes for that one.
Yeah, like the reason why I personally prefer the Amazing Spider-Man 2 costume the most is like it's a blend between like the comic book version and like the Sam Raimi version. Like it's a more modern take on it, if that makes any sense.
Oh
Although I
yeah.
think my only nitpick is that the eyes are a bit too uh, wide, if that makes any sense. Like they should be sharper, like in the first movie, but not too sharp. Other than that, that was like great suit, man. I gotta love it.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Sans looks like he had something to say.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna make mention about the fact that I think the reason why not a lot of people like Garfield is also because between Maguire and Holland, they both got bitten by the radioactive spider. In Garfield's story, he made the web spinners, right?
No, he did get
Oh,
bitten. Like he got bitten, but it wasn't in like
was in a lab. He was trying to look
Yeah,
for
he was
clues
trying
about
to
his
like
dad.
look for something. Like all I remember was it landed on his neck and it bit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty dangerous scene. It
Yeah.
wasn't just one that landed. It was like a dozen, more than a
Yeah,
dozen that
because like
landed on
he
him. Ooh.
decided he knocked like didn't he like knock open like the whole like display?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you're arachnophobic, that must be incredibly.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it was so weird because it was like he gets bitten, right? And then like the web comes out of like the back of his neck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I was like, how the
that,
hell?
ooh,
Why?
that was
Why?
pretty disgusting.
Where'd the web come from? And
I
then,
don't know, man.
but
They
like,
just like to
because
do
like
that.
even with not even Garfield, Maguire Spider Man, like it bit him on the wrist, right? So it made sense that like the web comes from his wrist.
Yeah.
Although I do like I did like the way as like Spider-Man like progressed, they decided to make it more of a like the webs are more of a technology thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think in the comics they were originally web shooters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I like that it was more of a technology thing. Like they made web shooters. That it was like, oh, you had to like press it a certain way and it comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you.
I get, yeah.
What I know that was like Far From Home, right? Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh
Where they
yeah,
like
When they showed like the more technical aspect of making the suit, it was like they showed the actual like customization bit.
yeah.
yep.
But if I was it Infinity War that he got the Iron Spider suit too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
was the when he got Iron Spider.
The one that had the extra legs and all that.
Yeah. Everyone was like hyping up Infinity War and was gonna be like, "Oh yeah, it's so sad because somebody's gonna die," and then it was like, the only one that did die was, okay, I don't even remember Infinity War at this point, but like I think the only one that did die was like Vision, and then everybody else just got snapped away, and we are like,
And Gamora.
"Oh yeah, Gamora
right.
died," but then like she comes back anyway because like they have to do Guardians 3. So
Yeah.
like,
Well, she came back, right?
yeah, so it's like she's gonna come back somehow because James Gunn still has to do Guardians 3, so
Oh,
she's not gone for good yet. And everyone was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be so sad. It's gonna be so sad." And then I saw it and I was like, "Yeah, okay." They got snapped.
think-
Time to wait another year.
Oh,
But like for me, I think the one thing that the MCU does right in terms of all its superheroes is the comedy aspect.
Oh
Like-
yeah,
I can't really attribute one certain hero specifically just because he's a comic relief or she's a comic relief. Like everybody has their own like
Wit.
comedic
Yeah.
wit. Exactly.
Speaking of like other superhero films, one thing I really noticed was like when I watched Aquaman. What year did that come out? Like 2 years ago?
19, I think.
probably 2
Two,
years.
3 years ago? When Aquaman came out, I noticed like it took a lot of like cues from the MCU.
Oh,
And I
Oh
was-
yeah.
And I was like, you know what? They actually really did pull it off this time.
It made you wonder. It's like I think DC saw the money making ability of MCU and then they took some tricks from it.
Like, dude, I was
they took
watching like
notes.
when I was watching it, like there were shots where I noticed I was like, this is just like some shot from Black Panther when they pull into the when they pull into Wakanda through the forest field. I'm like, that's just that shot from Black Panther. Oh, tournament scene. Where the hell did we see a ritualistic tournament scene before?
Thor Ragnarok.
Well, yeah, Thor Ragnarok. What's it? Black Panther. There was the whole like ritualistic tournament to see who gets to become the king, and then there was
That's
all
right.
like the. It took a lot of cues as well from. The whole city looked like Asgard almost because it had like the huge bridge leading up and everything, and I was like, "Isn't that's Thor?" But like
Yeah.
they did it really well, honestly. Like that was like that's like the only current DCU film I'd watched. Because like, okay, what else did they have on like what else does DC have? What, Wonder Woman, Man of Steel,
That was a good one. I think.
Batman versus Superman. Then it's like, they're all right, but Aquaman was the one that really like stood out to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you notice how like when you start talking Batman, like everybody gets really critical about it.
Because
Oh, yeah.
there's been so many. You got like what, Adam West,
Michael Keaton.
Michael
George-
Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale.
Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yeah.
So, yeah, my favorite, along with like a lot of people, is definitely Christian Bale's.
Oh yeah, and Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy was
Yeah,
really good.
Christopher Nolan's
Was it
Dark
really a
Knight
trilogy?
is
Yeah, it was a trilogy, right? Yeah.
Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and
Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight Rises.
Yeah, it was a trilogy. The Nolan trilogy was really good.
Especially
I
The Dark Knight.
put it up there with like one of the greatest superhero trilogies ever.
I think, along with like, other than The Dark Knight, like Spider-Man 2 and The Dark Knight are definitely one of my most favorite superhero movies. Especially
Yeah.
because you don't have to watch the previous movies.
Oh yeah, because like
That's the one thing that a lot of casual fans. Well, I'm not sure. I'm just speaking out of my head, but like, I think that's one problem with MCU is that you can't watch it. You can't watch the movies like alone and then like fully enjoy it because they're all connected in some way. Like you can't watch Infinity War without watching the other 10.
yeah, but I mean like you can
That was a
watch
movie.
something like Guardians of the Galaxy or like one of the like you can watch some of the other standalone films, but then you can't watch like the films where
Civil
they like
War.
connect everything. Like, I mean, sure, you can probably watch Civil War, because like it's still a Captain America film. It's like a still tongue tied. It's still a standalone Captain America film. Like even though it is one of the more MCU heavy like films out there, it's not like Avengers where it's like, oh, you have all these other characters that are gonna come in later. So you can
Would that-
still understand it to a degree.
Yeah. So the one problem people have like, oh, they have so many references to these other movies and then they have to set up for the next movie or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, I guess that's understandable. And if it's a connected universe with like all these other heroes, then you have to make up an excuse as to why the other heroes aren't there, or how only this one hero is there, or
yeah. Like
all of these other factors.
when was it that they were like, yeah, where's Bart? And he's like, oh yeah, he's retired. He's taking his retirement or something, and it's like,
Oh, I think that Infinity War, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, that was Infinity War. That's why he wasn't there.
Yeah, but I think in the comics he actually there's like a fight with Thanos that he doesn't attend.
Yeah,
I thought the reason he didn't attend was because of an actual physical thing that happened to the actor at the time. That's what I heard anyway. So I'm not sure. Take that with a grain of salt.
or 6.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, like how it played out in the MCU is kind of like how it played out in the comics. Basically, like he asked for some retirement after Ultron.
Yeah. No. Like, after he wanted to retire after Ultron, then he was dragged back in Civil War.
Yeah, he was kind of dragged back in, but like the reason why he turned into, if I got his name correctly, Ronin,
Ronin.
Ronin, yeah. The reason why he turned into Ronin was because of what happened to his family.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got snapped.
Yeah, they got snapped out of existence. Damn.
So
yeah,
the video games.
Oh my god. Video
So
games.
in terms of superhero video games, I would say that Batman actually like dominates that realm for me. I have all Batman video games. Batman, Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then I've seen the playthrough of Arkham Knight. I just don't have a PS4 for it. But yeah, for me, those 4 games are really, really good.
We all know the best Batman video game is Lego Batman.
That's a classic.
That shit is classic. I was playing that when I was like 4 years old on the Wii.
Aren't they like they didn't have any voices. They just had muffled.
They just went like. It was so fun. I loved playing Lego Batman on the Wii.
But like,
yeah.
loved about all those Lego games because they had also Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, Lego
Batman.
Star Wars. Well, I had that. Like, all these Lego games are like so fun and weird. And like, I know Lego Star Wars produced a lot of memes for a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yoda death sound.
But like for me, I think it's more like, it was so, it felt like an arcade game more than an actual like Wii
Video
or
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you just go around having fun.
Exactly,
I think
and
that's
also
the
the
charm of it.
graphics and animations and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The whole concept of it, like how you had to like get lives in order to continue, and then like if you get hit, you lose like half a heart or something. All
Yeah.
that stuff. Arcadey. That's I think that
I actually
it
like
was
miss those old like Lego games. I kind of want to get some for my PS3 now.
actually.
To relive the nostalgia.
Actually, okay, kind of like I don't know if our Wii still works. I know we have like a Wii locked up somewhere, and I don't know if it still works. It's like I just want to plug it in and see if it does. Only thing is we probably don't have enough space to play Wii Sports.
Oh god, wait, hold on. Speaking of like consoles, I think like the whole meme, like the PC Master Race meme.
Yeah.
There's one thing. Well, I'm not sure if it.
Sans
applies to
camera
every-
is clearly demonstrating PC Master Race right now.
Oh god. What did I
Anyway,
say again? Oh yeah, right. The whole meme, right? I feel like okay, if we were to, there's just one. If they have PC Master Race, sure, but there's one thing I don't think that they can imitate.
what?
Like, let's say you have a PS1, PS2,
Oh,
PS3,
oh,
PS4,
oh,
PS5,
oh wow.
and then you just put them side by side together on the same table, and then you just see how like the evolution of the console. Then you like realize how all of your childhood games that you played and all that, how they evolved, how everything went throughout the years. I don't think that that's something that, unless you like a PC gamer, just suddenly he just wants to keep all his old PC. I don't know why.
I mean,
Like I feel like that's something
the
that
thing about a PC is like
a
you
PC gamers
just
can't.
swap out the parts if it breaks. Like
Yeah.
oh like
True.
you need a like my
Oh.
fan's slowing down, just buy a new fan. Like I need a new motherboard, buy a new motherboard. Like unlike with consoles where it's like unless you have it like fixed and you void the warranty, like you upgrade, you like buy a whole new console.
Yeah. Yeah, not to mention there are like a few exclusives to the console. It's like a big plus because like sure if you have a good gaming system on the PC, if you don't have a game that you want to play, then what's the point?
Yeah. Also, console exclusivity is a fun thing. Like, I can't play Uncharted or God of War on PC unless I get an emulator.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Or one of those like graphic card type things.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on it, Woods?
What?
I mean, Sans. My bad. The whole console PC thingy.
Well, I mean, it's only recently that I've kind of become a PC gamer. I don't even have a proper PC to game, but I grew up mostly on console. The first console that I ever touched was like an N64. And then from there, I went to a PS1, then a PS2, then a PS3. I have yet to play on a PS4 and a PS5. But if there's anybody out there that wants to fund me getting a PS5, just message the page and then I can link you up.
We're out there.
We're out there. We're out there.
Oh wait, that reminds me. Speaking of like old consoles, I think one other thing that the consoles have over PC. This is an old. I don't think anyone uses this anymore. But split screen. Oh god, that was such a fun thing. We just visit someone's house and like, hey, let's play some FPS or something like a fighter game or whatever. The only thing you have to do is literally just plug in a second controller, connect a second controller.
Right. The technology
But-
for that time was absolutely insane.
Yeah. Nowadays they just go online because you can't go to anybody's house now, so it's kind of sad.
Yeah, actually. I think, all three of us are gamers to a degree. And
To a degree.
I think we can all agree that one of the worst things to see on a gaming console is when you put in the disc on a PS2 and then it comes out with those stupid red cubes.
Oh my god.
Thing is,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay, out of everybody in this like room right now, I am like the only one that hasn't actually had a PS2 of my own.
Oh.
Like I think my first console was like, wait, do handheld consoles count? Because if it was, and I think it was like what's it called, the Game Boy, like,
Oh.
is it like the Game Boy
that's
Nano or the Game Boy Micro? But it was like the little it's like a little silver rectangle
Yeah.
with a screen about like this wide. I was playing like Super Mario and Kirby on that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that thing. Wasn't it like gray or white?
It was
You wanna
it was
see that?
silver, I think, and it was like silver metal, and it had like it was like really small, and it just had like the I do remember blowing into the cartridge though, because like there were times where like the game would crash and you just have to like pull the thing out and like and you'd stick it back in and like restart the Game Boy.
Yeah, I remember that too. My first cons well, no, not my first console. My first handheld gaming device was the Game Boy Advance. And yeah, I mean like it ended up with woods, but I used to play Tom and Jerry on that thing.
What?
Yeah, there was like this Tom and Jerry game where like obviously like you chase Jerry around, like Tom would chase Jerry around, and then you play as Jerry, and then you have to like catch the cheese and shit. It's kind of like some Super Mario Tom and Jerry crossover type.
One of the most weirdest, now that I think about it, like the weirdest, most obscure game I ever played. Like it was on the Game Boy Nano, like Game Boy Micro thing, like the tiny Game Boy. I don't remember if it's Nano or Micro, just whatever. But like, I remember I just found it in like a drawer at like my grandparents' house, like my grandparents on my mom's side. Like I found it in like a drawer, and it was a Game Boy cartridge for some game that was called like Let's Go Dreamer or something.
What?
And it was about like horses.
Oh my
Like,
gosh!
You
okay.
had to like raise horses and stuff. Like you were on like a farm, and you had to like feed horses and give them water and like go around and ride on them and stuff. And I was like, the hell is this game? And like I don't know why, but I think I like enjoyed it for a little bit while I was playing it back,
Horse
like,
simulator.
when I was like 3 years old, and then I look back on it and I'm like, the hell was I even playing?
Yeah, it's the funniest feeling when you go back to the things you used to enjoy as a kid. You're like, what was I on? Jesus. Oh god.
For you guys, for when you take into consideration handheld gaming devices and all that, what do you think was the best game that you ever experienced?
Oh, the only and I'm not sure if I have a say in this, but the only handheld I've ever had was the PSP.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like, it was revolutionary for its time. But, I
that-
think the best game I played on the PSP was Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, mostly because we didn't have many PSP games, and that was a good one. You guys.
Uh, Sans, didn't you have like a lot of Kingdom Hearts games for like your? Didn't you have like Kingdom Hearts or something for your PS2?
PS2, yeah, I think I remember having Kingdom of Hearts, but the one that I remember having like the most games of, even in PSP, was God of God.
God.
God of War.
Oh yeah, you were very into God of War and Aragon.
Yeah, exact. I remember having the Aragon game, yeah, for the PS2, right?
Yeah. But I remember, like, okay, before I cut out, I was like trying to say, like my favorite game on a handheld, even though like I never owned like a PSP, was Tekken 6 on the PSP.
Oh yeah, I think I have Tekken also on the PSP.
Tekken 6 on the PSP was fun, and then you know we also had like Tekken 6 on the PS3.
Yeah. I think did we have Tekken 7, right? We went up to Tekken 7 and then
On PC, yeah, like on PC I play Tekken 7, like on
yeah.
like I that's what I play on stream.
Yeah.
I haven't played a fighting game since like November though.
I haven't played zombies in forever.
Yeah, I haven't played zombies in forever because my controllers are broken.
For the viewers out there, this is actually the zombie crew.
This
we
is
used
yeah.
to
We used to like over like quarantine because like we all had PS3s and like I lent Sans my disc of Black Ops because I also have like the digital downloaded one. We just like we'd all play like Black Ops, like classic Black Ops on the PS3 until like 4 in the morning. You do not know,
God.
you guys do not know how many times I've pissed off my parents. Because the PS3 is like right outside my parents' room, and like the walls are so thin in this house, and there are times where I'm just getting like so pissed off. Like my dad comes out and is just like, "Shut it off."
shut it off.
It's all worth it though, because we ended up like going like I remember one morning. I know like Van wasn't there, but like I was getting so pissed because we were playing like Capture the Flag, I think. And,
Yeah,
like,
and our teammates were shit.
our teammates were so useless. Like there was nobody guarding our flag, and then like they were like so out of like away from our home flag that there were literally enemies camping in our flag, and then in our like base in our spawn, and like because nobody was like defending that flag, not only that, nobody was actually trying to go for the flag. So I was like,
I really hate it when people
I
do
was
that.
like, these guys are so useless, and then like my dad just comes out and was like, shut it off, because I was being so loud. Then we ended up, I ended up moving up here, like to my room, to play World at War.
Yeah, I remember that we used to play World at War Zombies, right?
On PC, yeah.
Yeah, on PC.
I better get around to that so I can join you guys.
It actually doesn't take much to run.
All right, I'll try it out because the zombies, you know, the memes like revive me. I have a ray gun. I think that's still a classic.
I just remembered
Oh my
we were not on full screen.
That's okay. This is our first episode. We have room
Yeah,
for
but they're
error.
gonna see they're gonna see all the servers I'm in.
Oh, you can just crop it out.
Dude, the overlay is literally there is no room for cropping. Let's move on to a little segment where we engage with the followers of our page. So why don't we answer some follower questions? Why don't we?
All right, let's go.
Let's
So
give it.
we got some questions from some viewers from some followers on our Facebook page. I'll leave the link in the description below. But let's answer some questions. We asked you guys to leave some questions, and here is what we got. We got a question from Brian. Mahal mo o mahal ka? For those of you who don't know, is that I don't even know how to directly translate that to English. That's like
Use Google Translate.
That's like, are you the one that loves her, or is she the one that loves you?
you. Yeah. I don't know. This isn't philosophy class. Next up, we have a question.
Skip over the question.
Hey, I'm single. I don't know what that's about. We have a question from Dirk. Why is life so shitty? It just is. Now get over it. And
Wow.
last question we have is from Carlos, and he says, "What's your favorite midnight meal and drinks, and how could it go wrong?"
I have one actually.
All
I have a
go-
legitimate
go-
answer for this
Go
one.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so usually I have cup noodles in the middle of the night when everyone's sleeping because I think that's like when it gets cold. So I have some cup noodles. That moment when you got a fork and you accidentally like poke the bottom of the cup too hard, and then your soup just starts spilling out everywhere. And then like, oh, there goes my soup. And then you have to clean that up and make sure your parents don't see you in the middle of the night making a mess out of the table.
Okay, I don't know.
Jeez,
I
what
don't
about you
really
guys?
have any like. Well, this isn't really a midnight snack. It's just like because I work out late at night and like I used to eat like a lot of oatmeal, and this is the kind that's not instant. It's like you have to like boil milk and actually put it in. And so this one I tried to make it in the microwave, and every time I just end up with the milk boiling over and like
Oh my.
like, covering the bottom of the microwave.
Jeez. What about you, Sans? You got one?
I don't know. It's usually like I get, especially now during the quarantine, because like I get really, really hungry, and then I start like craving like burgers or like burritos and tacos and all that stuff. And then I remember like every time I start craving those things, I would always tell myself like, I don't want to have to walk all the way to get the delivery
Mm.
because of all the lockdowns and stuff. So I'm just gonna go down to the kitchen, and usually I end up with just like a bag of Doritos, or like or something. Sometimes I just drink the liter of milk that's on the fridge. Like I finish it, and thankfully we always have something to replace it because I don't know how my parents or my family would react if like the next morning they don't have milk for their coffee just because their son decided to drink the entire liter the night before.
Jeez. Is that the last of the
I mean,
questions, or are there
that's
still
that's
more?
all the questions we got though.
Oh
Although
god.
I do have one question I want to ask. What's your usual Dunkin' Donuts order?
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. Why don't we start out with Van though?
I don't really eat Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know why. I'm not a sweets kind of person.
Oh man, you're not a
How do you
Dunkin'
not
Donuts
get Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, I know. Why'd you ask the question? What?
Because I don't know. I'm like, we need more questions. Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, that's a perfect time
Dunkin'
to
Donuts, please
advertise and
sponsor.
ask for more questions. So if you got more questions for us, feel free to ask them in the
Yeah,
Facebook page.
feel free to tweet them at us, post them on our Facebook page, and or leave them in the comments below.
Exactly. Or
And if it's too complicated, Woody will
Yeah,
usually we post for all our segments about a day before we actually record the podcast.
yeah, a day or a
Um,
week.
Yeah, a day or a week before we actually produce the podcast. Or, you can also send us messages on the page. You can comment below while you're watching this. And other than that, what else, boys? What
I
else
mean,
can we do?
we're always looking for ways to engage with our.
feel free to communicate.
Yeah, we always wanna keep our follower viewer engagement up.
Exactly. More than this is just being a podcast or hobby for us, because all three of us just love talking about random shit.
Yeah,
Uh, we also want the viewers to create this podcast, so this is why we actually make these segments, so that the viewers can listen to something that they actually want to listen to.
yeah. We. It's not again. It's not just for
Engage
us.
themselves.
It's not just for us. We want to make it enjoyable for you guys. Even though this is our
Yeah.
first episode, we've already run into so many technical difficulties. Like, we still want to we still want to make this thing enjoyable for you.
Exactly. So I have a question for
Yeah.
y'all.
No, actually, no. is it?
Since we started this podcast with superheroes, I kind of wanted to like divert back to superheroes for a bit. So here's my question: what is your favorite rogue superhero? When I say rogue superhero, like you know how like you have Superman and then you have like this whole arc where he
Oh, like
became like
Bizarro Superman.
yeah, exactly. So like all those rogue superheroes, what's your favorite?
Rogue superhero? Is that like an anti-hero?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like in like Injustice where it's like the whole thing like what if Superman became evil?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, actually, wait, hold on. Maybe you could give an example. Like, you can talk
Okay,
about
so
that. I
like
might understand.
for example, there are these versions of the Avengers where they're basically like zombies or they're villains. And Captain America,
Oh.
I think, if I'm not mistaken correctly, and I hope the viewers don't crucify me for this, but I believe like his rogue version is like Patriot or Captain Patriot or something.
Also, like, an
Like,
alternate version.
Yeah, like
yeah,
because like in okay, let's go back to Injustice for another example. Like Injustice was like, what happens is like Joker detonates like a nuclear bomb or something in the middle of like Metropolis, and it like in the process it kills like Lois
Lois?
Lane. Like it kills like Lois Lane, and I think like they also had a kid or something. So it kills both of them.
Yeah.
And then like he gets so pissed off that he basically just destroys the city even more. Then he like rules it with like
Becomes a dictator.
he becomes a dictator. So like they're heroes that like they're superheroes that become evil and side with him, and then like there are people like Batman who like make a whole like underground rebellion and everything. So it's like of those people who would side with like Bizarro Superman or like like dictator Superman, like those kinds of like heroes that are they call themselves heroes, but they're obviously like doing bad shit.
Oh wait, I think Bizarro is a different type of
Yeah,
Superman.
I actually
This
think
is
so.
just
It's just evil.
this is just
Superman.
Injustice Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of unfair because all of the super OP heroes are with Superman, and Batman has like Green Arrow. It's so unfair.
No, I think because Green Arrow's dead. I
Oh,
know.
yeah,
I know he has like. I think he has like what sideboard? No, not sideboard. What the hell's wrong with me? I know he has like
Harley Quinn.
No, he has Harley Quinn. Yeah, and then he also has
Who the hell? Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor and Deathstroke as well. I think.
yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Deathstroke started out with the Green Arrow, but actually became a Batman villain.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. In Injustice, Deathstroke is with Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anybody non-super would side with Superman.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite?
I kind of like what they did with Aquaman, like how he was like, oh yeah, because we will help Superman on the surface with our underwater people, and I was like, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool.
For me, I think an interesting take on it's not my favorite because I barely know any. I think it's Superman, the evil Injustice Superman. Just because it's like it just proves Joker's point. All it takes is one bad day, and then poof, he turned the whole world around by becoming this force of nature that
Yeah.
everyone is just afraid to go after. Like,
Speaking
it's
of
something
bad, speaking of
oh
bad,
god,
uh,
bad.
I just want to divert this again. What was like one of the worst mishaps you've had in a microwave with a microwave?
I don't think I've had any problems with a microwave.
Okay.
Oh, so you did experiment as a kid?
I was too afraid to.
You never put the roach in the microwave?
What? What?
Did you ever put a cat in the microwave?
cat?
Oh. Okay. Anyway, because I know that
Wait.
I know there are people who put like roaches in microwaves or something apparently because they're like they're weird. One of the worst like mishaps I've had with a microwave was well, besides like the obvious burnt popcorn was like, I don't know if they do this in like abroad, but 7-Eleven here, I don't even know if they still do it anymore, but 7-Eleven here, they had like you could get for like your food little packets of chili con carne
Yeah.
and like squeezed cheese. And I used to love like the chili was always like really good. And like one time I had one, I forgot why I had one, but because I think it came with like the food that I bought. But I had the chili. and I wanted to heat it up. And so I just put the whole packet in the microwave.
What?
And I forgot, I forgot that A, I have to, like, poke a hole in it so the shit doesn't explode, and B, the packet has foil on the inside. And so I put it in for, like, I think I was, like, for 30 seconds, and I turn my back, and I just hear, bish, 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 and I look, and the shit's sparking, and I'm like, oh!
What?
And I was like, oh! And I ran to turn that shit off.
Jeez. Oh my god, that must have been scary.
My
The
life,
best-
my life literally flashed before my eyes. I was like, "Oh wait, the foil!" And I ran.
The best part for me is always like when your parents come in and you have to explain the mess that's actually in the microwave, whatever it is, like whether it's like chili con carne, eggs, all that stuff, or paper.
What?
I remember when I was like growing up. I forgot what age I was, but basically, they taught me. They were like, sometimes you won't have enough time to fry an egg, so you can actually microwave an egg in order to like cook it. So I was like, okay, so this is how you microwave an egg. You put it in the egg holder, you pop a hole in it, you put it with the water inside the microwave, and then you like put it in for like 1 minute, I think, or something. And then, so I was like, okay. So I was going to cook myself an egg. So I get the egg, I do all the steps. I put the hole in it, I got the water, put enough water, all that stuff. Put it in the microwave, and I turn it on. Next thing I know, all I hear is a poof. And I'm just like, like really under my breath, just the good old. And then, so I open the microwave, and I notice that there's still time running, right? And I'm just like, cancel, open the microwave. I open the microwave, and like the egg, like in the movies when they like show a guy's brain.
Oh, like when, like in the Splat, yeah.
Exactly. I don't know exactly what movie it was that I saw, but there was a movie where they put like this guy in a microwave. And then, like...
They put the guy in the microwave?
Yeah, they put the guy... Like, it was like some movie where they wanted to kill the guy, obviously. They won't put him in a microwave. They don't want to kill him. But, like, they put a guy in a microwave. And then, like, basically the camera's just focusing on the glass in the microwave. And his, like, brain splatters all over the place. That was, like, the egg. Like...
What?
It was literally half the shell, all blown up. And, like, you could just... egg white all over the microwave. And like the yolk was like dark yellow, like dehydrated dark yellow, and it was so tiny because everything all over the microwave. And I was just like, yeah, that really deserved
So
that
you
good
blew
old-
the white all over the microwave, and it was just the yolk in the shell that shriveled up and dried.
Yeah, dude, and that's because I went over the limit on the microwave. You know how like you can go like for 30 seconds, 1 minute, all that stuff. I think it went for like 1 minute 30. That's why it blew up. But I will never forget. That the time. Like I literally thought I broke the microwave, dude. The sound was literally like a boom. It's like all over the place. Yeah. Yeah.
I think the more concerning part is what the hell kind of person would try to kill someone with a microwave?
Well, that was in a movie, okay? I never did that. That was-
We hope so.
just for the viewers, okay?
Imagine trying to kill someone with a microwave. Like, just put his head in it. How would that even work? Actually, no, I wouldn't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Dude, speaking of microwaves, you remember those things when we were growing up? Like, you had those, like, trilobites and the sea monkeys and all that stuff.
No, because we weren't born in the 90s, so we didn't... I was never exposed to that.
That's right. Okay, but I know something that you definitely reached, Woods. You remember those dinosaur things?
Oh, like the ones you put them in water overnight and they, like, grow?
Right? Like, and then you can put them in the freezer and stuff, so, like, they grow, but then they freeze.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that thing. Yeah, you remember those?
I
Those were
definitely
pretty.
remember those.
Yeah. But like for our younger viewers also,
I-
before those things were invented, they had these things called like sea monkeys
Like I
and
know what
trilobite.
sea monkeys are. I just never I never reached them. Like they weren't popular when I was
Yeah, definitely. But basically, like you can create your own like terrarium of those things, and
So,
like you had to start by putting them in the freezer. I forgot the actual process to it, but you had to like start by
but
putting
it was like you just pour the packet like into the water and then like they just start to appear after like a day or two, right?
yeah. But like the water has to be like a certain temperature and all that stuff. They
Yeah.
were hard to take care of, harder to take care of than fish, man. Damn.
But like I really do remember those like those sponge like dinosaurs or things like that. I remember they used to sell them like in the bookstore counters. In the
Yeah,
eggs. In the eggs too, that you had to like leave them in water so that the eggs softened and like it would start growing and growing to the point that it like kinda hatched. But you know,
Yeah.
me being the impatient little shit that I was, I just broke the egg like 2 days in.
Have you ever experienced those things, man?
not really. Sadly. Although
Okay.
there is one stupid thing that I used to do, like with regards to a microwave. No, I still do it until now. Is it just me, or but for some reason, like when you're microwaving something, you just stop it at 1 second, and then you get your food. I don't know why. That's something I do. Do you guys do that too, or is it just me?
I wait for the thing to go off.
Oh
I
damn it!
actually do that too, dude. Like when I feel like it's hot enough, and then
I mean, yeah, I get like stopping it when you think it's hot enough, like you know, popcorn and it says like stop when the popping stops.
yeah,
But even when the popping stops, I let it go for a bit because I like my popcorn kind of burnt.
ah. In my case, naman, it's just like you know, uh, stop it, and then you always have that like moment where you're kind of like testing the food to see if it's hot enough.
Yeah.
And then usually you get it right, but also you had these moments where like you're ready for dinner or lunch or whatever you're microwaving for, and you put the food in your plate thinking everything is hot, right? Because you felt it, you felt the topperware, you felt the top of the meat and all that
Then you
stuff,
take a bite
Yep.
of it and it's stone fucking cold.
and it's stone fucking, and then like you have that like tear in your eye where you're just like shit. I was really excited for this, but not.
I gotta stand in front of the microwave for another minute.
Yeah, dude.
My day has been ruined.
My disappointment.
My lunch.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that everyone can relate to because food is food, man. And then you're just excited to just dig in, and all of a sudden, oh, it's like it's not even edible. God.
All right. So before we continue this podcast, let me take a moment for sponsor of the day.
All right, let's do this.
So,
First,
sponsor of the day. Sponsor of the day is a segment where we promote whoever's sponsoring us or any other small businesses we are affiliated with. And today's promo is for Dune Thai and Asian fusion cuisine. Some of the best Thai and Asian food I've ever had. They got really nice items on there. They got like classics such as tom yums, curries, mango sticky rice, but they also have some other fusion favorites such as shrimp and mellow salad. You know me, I'm a sucker for good Thai and Southeast Asian food, and Dune is where it is. Dune's where it's at. So go check them out on their Facebook or Instagram page, like our Instagram pages. I'll leave those links in the description down below. Thanks again to Dune for letting us promote their business, and let's get back to the podcast.
All right.
All right.
So what do we got, guys?
first of all, I'd just like to say that was freaking awesome. First sponsor of the day there by my boy Woods.
Nice.
Second, for our viewers, just a little fun fact. Because Dune is run by like one of my best friends, one of my childhood friends. Shout out to Adrian. But basically, the reason why the restaurant is called Doon is because in the Filipino language, it means there. So basically, the vibe that they're trying to promote and the vibe that they're trying to put out in the market is basically like when you just want to be like, oh, where you want to eat, and you're like, oh, let's just kain tayo doon, or let's just eat there.
I see what they did there.
Yeah, I didn't actually get that till you explained it. I didn't, cause like I just thought it was like Dune to give off that like Thai vibe, but then I was like, oh shit, Dawn. Ah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the story.
That's
behind
solid
the-
marketing. That's solid marketing.
It's always fun to have some sort of hidden meaning behind whatever business you have.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Makes it more exciting in a way. I don't know why. It's just there's a certain appeal to it. Can't explain it.
I'm a businessman with standards.
Also, for our viewers, just to give you a little heads up on what we have planned for the rest of the podcast, we actually have a video game. So the video game discussion that we had here is just a little sneak peek on this episode. We have a video game episode coming up with one of my good friends and a soon-to-be most popular streamer in the Philippines, Bear. He will be joining us to talk about game streaming and how it's been taken over in the pandemic and video games in general. And who knows, maybe you'll see us play a game or two with him.
Yep. And for any podcast like topic discussion ideas, feel free to comment which one you'd like to see next.
Exactly.
All right,
You
let's view these things in order. I sent them to the chat. Let's view these things
Oh
in order.
god, what is this?
All right, let's do this. First meme of the day segment.
Meme of the day is a segment where we ask you guys to drop some memes in our on our Facebook, tweet us some fun memes, and we will react to them in this podcast. So we got some good memes on our Facebook post that we posted a few days ago. So let's see what some of our viewers left in the what our followers left in the comments. I sent them. Let's view them in order.
All right. Oh, it's the good old Thanos meme. Jeez. Oh.
Japan fails to destroy America. The USSR also fails to destroy America. America, fine, I'll do it myself.
Oh man.
God. We can't
Well-
talk about this without getting too political
Yeah,
now, can't
so
we?
all I'm gonna say is, well, if you can't beat him, join him.
What? Okay, I think
All right,
let's,
let's just go to the next one.
let's move on to the next one before we get canceled or something.
When Stu is making a new toy and it's not for kids.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, she definitely looks like she's gonna enjoy this new toy, man.
Wink, wink.
Okay, let's try and keep it out of that.
But like, okay, quick shout out to the viewers and to the fans
The
of the page.
followers who sent us these memes, these are pretty good though. The last,
sent-
like, one of the last ones is actually kind of like. But let's continue. So yeah, you think she's gonna enjoy playing with that toy?
Okay.
All right, so the next one. Why do you always send the bad ones to Slytherin? Now it has a bad rep. The Sorting Hat, because F 'em, that's why.
And
That's a Harry
Alright.
Potter thing that I don't really pay attention to. Sans, can you take it? Can you take it away there?
All right. So basically, the Harry Potter world, for some reason, I don't know. J.K. Rowling wrote Slytherin as like the villain house or the worst house, but for some reason, the fan base seems to really enjoy, being put in Slytherin. And I guess this is just the Sorting Hat trying to say exactly that. Like, you know what? It's just that.
Yeah, I guess.
is but that. Akanai. Like if you get that reference. Anyway, let's head to the next
All
one.
right, let's get to the next meme.
What the-
not, not even 15 minutes into Disney Plus, and you've got a friend in you.
what the? I think that his face is what does it for me.
Actually, it is Woody's face that does it for me too. I mean, the toy Woody, not the actual Woody.
That's not my face you're seeing on screen right now.
I'd also like to point out how, like, Disney Pixar films, whether it's Toy Story, Inside Out, Soul, whatever it is, you always find that one unfortunate frame, don't you? And I guess this is it. I don't even know what Toy Story this is from, but
the
I
first
think
one.
it's no. Is this from like which is the one where they had to like chase down the moving truck?
Yeah, it's the first one.
It's the first one, all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's from that, cause like from the way he's like with the wings out and the way he's being held. I think that's from the first one.
And they used the rocket, if I remember
yeah.
correctly.
We're not
Yeah.
aiming for the truck.
that's why Woody's face is like that, right? Because the rocket and the wind.
Yeah.
Jeez. I don't know why. There's something about the caption in the face that just goes so well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one. It's a good one. It's
That's
a good one.
meme. That's a good meme. Let's get to the
Yeah.
next one.
What is the context of this one? I don't get it.
What's that like? That what game is that? That's like police assault in progress.
Oh my.
Is that GTA?
No,
GTA.
like let me look for it. What was that one thing about like police assault in progress?
I have no idea which one. I'm not gonna play many of those types of games.
Just I don't know. This is the stuff.
Payday. The payday is the one where it's like police assault in progress.
This for me is just like stuff from nightmares, man.
There's just no context either.
There's no context whatsoever, and also, like, dude, I don't blame the girls from running away from this guy. I would run away from him too.
I would too.
I mean,
I think
he has
everyone would.
that, and I'm freaking unarmed.
Well,
I would-
I don't know, like, cause like, but that's what gets me is the bee costume.
Wait, what? Oh, I just realized he's wearing a bee costume.
The little
What the
bee
hell?
tutu.
Dude, something popped into my head when you mentioned the bee costume. You remember that movie Bee?
Oh
The one
god.
where he's like a bee trying to date a human?
Bee movie?
Yeah, the
Oh.
Bee movie. There. The Bee movie. Like, what if, like...
This
what if
is Barry B. Benson when she says she doesn't like jazz.
Oh god.
There you go. That's providing some context.
I
Holy
guess,
shit.
yeah. This is a good meme. I like this one. Alright,
Alright.
let's get to the
Meme.
next one.
Okay.
Coffee spelled
Coffee
backwards.
spelled backwards is EFOC. Just know that I don't give EFOC until I've had my coffee. This is a classic. Like this, I mean, like, it's a classic, but I feel like this is something my mom would like.
I would just
All
like
you
to
coffee
just like
lovers
to
out there.
throw it out there that we posted to give us the dankest memes. These are all the dankest memes that you guys gave us. But
Yeah.
I'd like to point it out that we asked for the most reacts, and then that meme would be featured and all. So this meme is actually the one that got the most reacts from our followers and our viewers.
Probably says something about our viewers.
Yeah. The subtle shade. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a classic. I've seen this done before. Like, it's funny. You can't go
this
wrong
is
with a coffee.
Also-
this is what makes me afraid of.
Also,
you know,
since
to try
this
out
is
coffee.
the meme with the most react, I just like to give a shout out to the viewer that sent it in, Brian. Thanks, Brian, for sending this meme in.
Top marks for not trying. Okay, yeah. Well, this is a good meme. Good meme, but it also says something.
Yeah. I
Really
mean, like, it's
depressing,
something.
honestly.
It's a meme you can show your parents.
It's a meme that you can show your parents, and
Yeah,
the next
memes, fun.
definitely not a meme you can show your parents.
Oh god, what is this?
I don't even want to read this.
Oh, should we even read it, or we should just let our viewers read it?
Let's just leave it on screen and just.
Should we give them that 5 few seconds of silence?
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah,
Let's just let them
give them
read
some
it.
time to take it in.
I like this meme, but I can't. I just don't want to read this. Mastodon sized.
This is the kind of crap that's probably gonna get us canceled.
This is the kind of crap that's gonna get us demonetized.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have the perfect reaction to this. Nothing goes right when you mix a chicken and a dinosaur.
I'm sorry, what? What?
Okay, for the viewers that got that, you know what I mean. For the others, it's in the meme. Just check it out.
Okay, let's just move to the next one.
Let's just move on.
This is the last meme that we got.
All right.
What the hell is this?
Meme for meme of the day.
I don't think we can read this one either.
I don't. Yeah, nobody wants to read it.
Okay. I think just to save the podcast also, because we asked for your dankest memes and we were not expecting it to go that dank. But just
although we do appreciate it,
Yeah, we're
do
gonna have it on the
appreciate
screen. We're gonna have it on the screen.
But okay, just a little disclaimer that the podcast does not the podcasts and the hosts do not condone any of the actions in the memes that we promote here and that
Yeah,
we
like
on the
chasing
podcast.
two women in a bee costume.
We do not condone chasing down a girl in a bee costume with a baseball bat just because she said she doesn't like jazz.
We also do not condone the last two memes that were shown on screen. We appreciate the dankness, fans, but
We just can't read that. We just can't read that.
I think
Can't see that on air.
I think the safest meme for sure is the coffee.
No, the safest meme for sure is the guy in the bee costume. It wasn't
Alright.
safe. It wasn't safe for the people involved, but it is safe for content.
It is safe for the people, you know, looking at the meme, but that's about it.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Here's your favorite part. Okay? What is your overall rating for the meme of the day?
Wait, we
Have we even decided a meme of the day?
We even wait. I think
Let's pick,
I don't know
Let's
why
pick
my-
like 3 of them.
I think my favorite, even though it's got is the Toy Story one.
Three. We need a top 3, okay?
Okay, we need a top
Start
3.
us off.
So we have the Toy
We
Story
need
one.
the Toy Story one. The coffee
Okay,
one.
okay. I'm gonna open up like Wheel of Names, and then let's just like I'll put the top 3. Okay, so I like the bee costume one.
Okay.
Van likes the Toy Story one.
Somehow.
Okay, Sans, what do you like?
I'm stuck between the coffee and the Elmo one.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
Choose
Heads will
one.
be the,
Choose one. We have to
will be the
to
cat.
get ourselves a meme of the day.
Okay, hold on. Let me spin a pen. Okay. Let's put the Elmo on in there.
Okay, Elmo.
Gosh darn it.
Okay,
Goddamn,
so
I don't even know
I am
what to
gonna
say.
spin. We have so our top 3 memes are the bee costume, the Toy Story one, and the Elmo one. So let me just hit spin.
Alright, so
And meme
we
of
got?
the day goes to Elmo.
oh my god. Alright.
All right.
We're gonna have a clap sound effect if not then don't smite us.
I can
I would just like
I can always edit a clap sound effect in. Anyway, so the overall rating for meme of the day for the Elmo meme is that's pretty dank. We can't read that on air, but like
It's so dank we can't read
that's,
it.
That's where it is.
Okay.
Yo, wait, we should compile all our memes for the day and like just like at the end of the month we'll show all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Alright.
good idea.
we should do
I-
that, dude.
No, every like okay, since we're not gonna be on like a strict like monthly daily schedule, I think like let's just let's put it into like memes of every like 5 episodes.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah, let's do that.
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
Okay. My question to the viewer that submitted this meme, I actually know who it is, but I will save him the embarrassment of giving his name on air. But my question to the viewer that submitted this meme is, dude, how the hell did you not get zucked? We run a Facebook page, man. How did you not get Zuck commenting this on our post?
The dankness is too powerful. That's what it is.
The dankness is too powerful. The Zuck bot overloaded.
It couldn't handle the dank of the meme that it just exploded, and it went on its merry way. That's all we can say.
But
So,
once again,
I'm gonna
from
give
every-
that meme. I'm gonna give that meme a spicy meatball out of 10.
All
What?
right. Once again, everybody here in the podcast, we would just like to thank Brian for sending in the fan favorite meme of the day, and also to that unnamed viewer. I'm pretty sure you're thanking me right now for not giving your name out.
You better.
providing super dank Elmo meme that even us, we couldn't say it on air.
It's too powerful.
It's not that we can't. It's not that we couldn't say it. We just didn't want to.
This is our first episode, and we already had like 90% cancelable material.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, the fun part's risking your career and personal life.
Oh god.
Guys, we want to make more episodes. We don't want to do a one-hit wonder. Come on.
We don't want one time, big time.
So
We want
please
big
save
time.
us the trouble of
We
like.
want big time all the time.
If you have any like, what is this like? Fairly dank but not too dank. Yeah.
Yeah. Feel free to leave those.
Be
in
sure
the
to send them.
Feel free to send them our way. You can tweet them at us at the Triple K Pod. We'll also leave the link to our Twitter in the description below. You can also send them to us on Facebook, which is also a link in the description below. But I think we should call it here for the night. We've been recording for over an hour, and so yeah, everybody here at King's Casting Couch, we do thank you, and yeah, it's been good, guys. I'm
Stay
Woods.
tuned for the next episode.
I'm Woods with my co-hosts Van and Sands, and we are out. We will see you in the next one. Goodbye, baby.
肩にぶつかる違いウインクを曲げる知らん顔のあなた戸惑いのひとコマ